Joining us now to discuss, President of Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton. Tom, one thing that struck me in this conversation that he was having is that's kind of a political question. It's not a doctor question. You can ask a doctor, can I get sick from this or sick from that? But he's obviously playing a role in the political, maybe, decision-making.
Well, this isn't about science. The vaccine mandate doesn't make any sense by its own definition. It limits the requirements to employers over 100 employees. Why not 99? Why not 105? Why not 95? Why not 12? Yeah. What's the science there? You know, and when something doesn't make sense, such as radically expanding this totalitarian approach to vaccinations to include curtailing your ability to travel unless you take a medication, you have to wonder, if it's not science, what is it? And what it is, as you point out, it's politics. And the specific politics here is anti-Trump supporter politics, because the left has worked itself into a lather that concerns about the vaccines are limited to lunatic pro-Trump supporters, right? And so they deserve to be punished, not because they oppose vaccines, but because they support President Trump. This is dishonest politics, and you know it's kind of part of the piece. The left's effort through, at least now here, the Biden administration, to punish its political opposition for the views you have.
Yeah. But at the same time, you have Democrats raising questions about the vaccines, including White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki back in July. Listen to what she said.
Why it's important to get vaccinated, why these vaccines are safe, why they can still kill you even if you are under the age of 27. We need to be clear and direct about our messaging.
All right, so she perhaps misspoke there. That wasn't clear, nor was it direct. But you do have other Democrats, including Vice President Harris, who questioned getting the vaccine because when it was under the Trump administration. Several different states, though, now are taking steps against these mandates, vaccine mandates. What is Judicial Watch doing?
Well, initially, we're trying to figure out what the government's up to here. We don't even know what the scope of the mandate is, what the basis of it is, how is it going to be enforced? Is there going to be a vaccine police that goes around harassing businesses and their employees? How is this material going to be maintained in terms of how they're going to track who's vaccinated and who's not? And are you going to be on a list? As I say, totalitarians are very comfortable with this type of activity. And, you know, as you pointed out, as Psaki pointed out, this was not on the radar screen of the Biden administration as soon as 6 weeks ago. And in fact, things have gotten better since then. And certainly if they were concerned about mandates, why weren't they instituted early on in the epidemic, at least in the early part of the Biden administration, if they were so keenly interested in it? What has changed? Things have gotten better. The science doesn't suggest that you should do this. So it's the politics. And the politics is Joe Biden had trouble in Afghanistan, the most humiliating defeat in American history, surrendering to the Taliban, abandoning Americans. So let's turn it back around again and attack Trump supporters by targeting them for daring to object to vaccines in a reasonable way, oftentimes.
All right. Tom Fitton, always a joy to have you with us. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.